So Tasha accepts the living conditions with Ghost, Angie, and the kids. She walks in. She discovers Light's crib. Where the kids sleeping.
We're talking about episode 2.
It's episode 2.
Episode 2. Yes, she goes over to see the place and give Angie the potty to let her know that little Yasmin is being potty trained and everything. And she was like, oh, is this Ghost? She said, is this the kids' room? And Angie was like, this is our room. Which I thought was a blower too. Like, you're telling his wife that's your bedroom. Okay. And so next she says, so she said, Jamie says that they can sleep on the floor with sleeping bags. Is that okay? And Tasha says that's fine. That would not have been fine with me. As a parent, I had a problem with that. I had a problem with Ghost because I felt like if you're staying in this woman's house, this is who you're going to be with, and if your kids are there, at least, Ghost is rich. He could buy an air mattress at least. Ghost chartered a plane to go to Miami. He, in season 1, he bought Angela a diamond necklace. He bought her Bally shoes. You can't buy your kids an air mattress. You gonna have your kids sleep on the sleeping bag? I was so blown.
They're camping out. He wants his kids to camp out.
They don't camp out at home and sleep. They don't sleep in sleeping bags at home. These are rich children. And to that point, somebody on Twitter tried to come for me when I said something about it. I tweeted Courtney and I said, I'm mad at Ghost. I said, I feel like he's wrong for allowing his kids to sleep on the floor in sleeping bags and things. If I was Tasha, I would have been at Truth. Truth verbatim, wherever the club was, I would have paid Ghost a visit. And somebody on Twitter, this Twitter handle that basically ships and supports Ghost and Angie, they tweet me a quote from Angie saying that Jamie said that it was okay. And I said, please go back and read my tweets. I said I was mad at Ghost and that I think that Ghost should have checked, Tasha should have checked Ghost for allowing his children to sleep on the floor in sleeping bags at this woman's house. And the folks, the Twitter handle, tweeted me back and said, oh, kids like sleeping bags. I said, some do, but these are rich kids. Ghost is rich. He is rich. And if you are going someplace and you're in love with this woman, you moved in and everything, and I know that eventually they're going to probably get a bigger place. He already said that. Mm-hmm. But in the interim, get an air mattress. Do not have your children sleeping in a sleeping bag on the floor. I got a problem with that.
Okay, so I hear LaWanda. I think her ears are ringing. She's down in the ATL, and she's got some information for us. I know she's got a few people that she wants to bring into this discussion. So welcome, LaWanda. What's up in the ATL?
This is the spot on location in Atlanta. I'm LaWanda, and this is my friend
Jamia.
Well, Jamia. Okay, Jamia, come on, tell the truth. Do you watch Power?
No.
You don't watch Power?
No.
What are you doing Sundays at 9 o'clock?
Sleeping.
Sleeping, girl. You better get your life.
Right.
Okay. One more question. You have a criminal record?
No.
No?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
You hesitated. I don't know about Jamia, y'all. Get a look at this face. If something happens to me, go find her. Okay, Jamia, I want to know if you have the power, okay?
Do I have the power?
Do you have the power, okay? Have you ever sold dope?
No.
Have you ever snorted coke?
No.
Have you ever killed anyone?
No.
Have you ever set anyone up?
Like how?
What do you mean? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Jamia's got the power. Yeah, there we go. Hey, come back.
Yeah.
Okay, do you watch Power?
No, I watch Empire.
Oh, get out. Get out of frame. Bye, girl. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Of course.
Hi, what's your name?
Matt.
Matt. Okay, Matt. You're a little 5 points. What you doing tonight?
I mean, it's the place, the stomping ground.
You're a stomping ground. You live here? Okay,
Pretty much.
good. I love your hood. Let me say that. Okay. Do you watch Power?
Of course.
You do? Okay, I got a question for you. Can Ghost leave the game?
No, not at all.
Why?
He tore traced through the game, man. He got his homeboy. They're keeping him street minded. He got all the business he got going on. The wife wants to still live on the life she's living. It's just what it is.
Well, you know, he went through all the steps. He killed tried to kill Lobos. He got rid of all the competition.
It's true.
Somewhat tied up with losing, except for Kanan's.
I.e., he's at the top of his game for getting there.
All right, thank you, LaWanda, for giving us that feedback from you. Right now, I just really want to jump back into season 3, episode 2, and really talk about the relationship between Tommy and Holly, because we see this time around how Holly is just scandalous. Like, she is sneaky. She's not to be trusted. And, you know, Tommy, he's just so head over heels. He can't even see it, literally, because she got him sprung off, doing her thing on him, and meanwhile, she's snatching the check. And I was blown away because I knew she couldn't be trusted, but I didn't think she would stoop that low.
Women like that money. Remember
This
what
is
Angie
true.
said to Ghost in the club? Go make me that money.
Oh, Angie said that. Yeah, well, the thing with Holly, I think she demonstrated that she wasn't trustworthy going down to that bank and trying to deposit that check. That was really shady.
So what do you think she was trying to do?
I think she was trying to take his money.
And I think she was trying to make sure he didn't cut her out of the money.
Right. She was trying to make sure. And I think that she wants to have like a position like Tasha and Ghost. But at the same time, you can tell that she's really shady because look what she said to Tommy. She was like, yeah, since she knows the accounting stuff, Tasha, we can just use her until I figure everything out. And then we can just get rid of her.
But Tommy was a little light on him. I thought maybe he might smack her around or something.
Tommy is sprung.
Yes, he is.
Tommy is not going to do that. Tommy is really open. She has Tommy where she wants him.
And that's a very dangerous position for him to be in.
Yeah, because think about it. He feels like everything that Holly said about Ghost is true. Like right now, Ghost is looking like the liar in his eyes, and Holly looks like she is honest and true.
But I think I saw the wheels turning when he discovered that Holly took that check.
Oh yeah, he checked her. He did check her. And the very fact that he said at first to her, like when she was like, well, I can take it down, he was like, no, I'll handle it.
Right. So he knows.
That,
so he doesn't trust her.
It's probably in the back of his head. He probably knows. You know, a lot of times how you know stuff, but you still, you know, you still do it anyway and stuff. Yeah, I think it's like that. He loves that girl. So I think in the back of his mind, he knows that he shouldn't trust her, but he's really open. Okay. He's really open.
Yes, indeed he is. And I think that because of that, he really overlooks a lot of things with her. And
he does.
It's a typical brand new relationship. And like I said, this is probably the first time he's ever been in love with someone, period. And he has let her into his whole world. She knows all the secrets of the drug game.
Everything.
She knows everything.
Everything Ghost told him not to do in season 1. He told him, don't tell us about her about our other business. Right. And he told her that. Everything. He told her Ghost's nickname. You know, you saw in season 1, she called him Ghost in the nightclub in front of everybody. I'm just like, so... And she's definitely not to be trusted.
She really is a liability to him because even if he doesn't trust her, he has to play it carefully because Holly could just ruin everything.
Well, Ghost said that. He said she's a liability. That's why he sent her away in the first place because he was like, he saw the effect that Holly had over Tommy. And he was like, she's a liability, man. You can't trust her. And what Tommy said at the end of season 2. No, I can't trust you. and so she has him wrapped around her finger.
And I think in Tommy's mind, he really wants Holly to be for him what Tasha was for Ghost.
He said that.
He does. He definitely wants that. He said but he doesn't see the disloyalty on Holly's part that does not make her fit to play that role.
Right.
So what about Holly bringing Tasha in to do the accounting? And you think Tasha's up with that? You think she can she read through Holly?
I think Tasha's a very smart girl.
I think Tasha's time enough. And then she, you know, I think she wants to stay in the game and everything too, and you know, keep that relationship with Tommy and stuff. She can read Holly. She read Holly from season 1.
Yes,
she was like, she told Tommy, she was like, I think she's like too fast for you.
But Tommy put Tasha on ice.
Yeah.
He has been shunning her away, but I think that's more reason for her to be suspicious because you've been pushing me away all this time when I've been trying to amend things, but now all of a sudden your girlfriend's coming to me playing nice. And so I would think something was up, and I think Tasha's smart enough to know
Tasha's
something's
a
up.
smart girl. I think she's gonna end up. Holly gonna try to play her, but as smart and devious as Holly is, well, I don't even know that Holly's smart. She's devious. I don't think she has anything on Tasha. Tasha's really street smart, and she's she's book smart. I don't think that she gonna allow Holly to get over on her.
But then again, Tasha, she's in a tough financial situation where she doesn't necessarily trust Ghost to provide for her.
Right,
So
that's
if Tommy
why.
and Holly are providing a means to an end, she might
I agree
jump
with
in.
that.
I
on
agree
it.
with that too. I agree with that too, and she likes the life. So I really do think that she's going to use this as an opportunity to get her own money up, to become a boss, because she has the smarts to be a boss.
She has the smarts, but Tommy and Holly, they're a step ahead of her. Well, Holly knows what she wants out of Tasha. She wants Tasha to teach her the game of accounting, get the business up and going, and then what are they going to do with Tasha?
Well, who's to say that Tasha's going to tell her everything? That's one thing. One of the tricks of the trade that you sometimes you teach people things, but you don't teach them everything. You hold back a little bit and stuff. And because
This
Tasha,
is the business aspect of it, the money part. She wants to learn that part.
Right.
I don't know if Holly is as dumb as she appears to be.
I don't think she's dumb at all, but I don't think she's as smart as Tasha.
No.
I think she's devious,
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
but I don't think she's as smart as Tasha.
Okay.
And
I think that if anything, Tasha will cut out the middleman and say, look, Tommy, I can do this directly for you. Holly, we don't need her. And because Tommy loves Holly, he's going to try to drag her along anyway because she's
that's
been
not
begging
gonna-
for some responsibility.
That's
Right.
not going to happen because I really don't see, Tommy is he's still a little cool with Tasha. I don't know. I don't even know if he wants her in the game right now.
he's mad.
really
He's mad
doesn't.
with Tasha.
He
He's
is.
mad with Tasha, but
Well, I
he's
think
so
he's more
whipped.
mad with Ghost.
He is, but
And
he
so
was mad.
Wants, he
with
wants
Tasha.
to cut his ties. He wants to cut his ties with Ghost, the kids, everybody else. He wants to.
But he's mad at Tasha too, because if you think about on episode 2 when he met her in the diner, he was throwing much shade to Tasha,
Yeah.
and so she was like, what's up? This between you and Ghost, and he was like, oh, I don't know, I think that Kanan had a little
Well, he
had a
was
conversation
upset
with
with
me
the fact that
that she lied.
Well,
That
yeah,
she was
they
involved in setting
Kanan
Kanan up,
Kanan up,
and,
right.
and said, why didn't you tell me? And that's when she was like, well, you ain't tell me that Ghost was sleeping with Angie. And he was like, yeah, so it got kind of ugly there. So he is pissed with her too. And then even when Holly came to him and said, we need to use Tasha, so I can learn all this and then we can let her go. Tommy was like, I don't want to have anything to do with those people. He said those people.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. So, yeah, he has an issue with Tasha too. But because Holly is bringing her in and because he's so whipped for Holly, he'll accept Tasha. And plus, he loves Tasha. He still loves Tasha. Tasha is like a sister to him. He still loves Ghosts.
Okay. What's next?
Well, with that being said about him still loving Ghosts, that brings us to the fact that he was ordered to kill Ghosts, and when he went to go and do it, he couldn't do it.
Right.
And I knew he couldn't do it. They have been friends. They've been brothers for over 20 years, and the backstory on them basically is that when Ghost's father died, Tommy's mom took him in, so they grew up together.
Right.
So that, for all intents and purposes,
But now he's put his family, or rather, he and Holly are now in danger,
right?
losing their lives because he didn't fulfill, the promise.
Right.
Right.
So
His life is in danger anyway. He just don't know it. I think with Lobos, whether he killed Ghosts or not, Lobos would
is
kill
after
him.
him.
Lobos is
Absolutely.
after him. He's not to be trusted. So he just doesn't know that.
okay, so I see a reunion
I think so too.
now. If we agree to that, where does Angie come in?
Well, I think that we seen how Ghost didn't necessarily want to go to her for information, but now he kind of doesn't have a choice. And
He's got to get rid of Angie.
he
Something has to happen to Angie. Angie wants to play by the rules,
Well,
and she wants to keep her good government job. I can't see that with Ghost.
she's also looking to get a transfer. Now we don't know that it's going to happen, but
Mike's not gonna let her do it.
It's
He's
not
trying to
gonna
keep
let
her
her do it.
close.
and
Mike
he,
needs to keep
he
her there
needs her
anyway.
because Lobos has told Mike that he has to basically find a way to stop him from them going through with the
The
process.
case, yeah.
And so he knows that Angela has screwed up so many times. She's
Yeah.
bound to do it again.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's he keeping her close for those very reasons,
Right,
'Cause
right.
so she can screw up the case.
Right. Well,
And plus the other reason why he's keeping her close because Mike knows that he's Ghost, that she's with Ghost, and so that way he can keep tabs on that situation too for Lobos.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I think yeah, Ghost, what's gonna have to happen, and it's gonna be challenging for their relationship, Ghost and Angie's relationship, because he is Jamie, the nightclub owner. Jamie, the nightclub owner, is not equipped to deal with what's going on with Ghost and with Lobos and Tommy and all that. He's gonna have to be Ghost to deal with all of those problems,
So-
and he's gonna be Ghost because I think he wants to save his friend Tommy as well. I think he wants to save his own life.
Yeah,
Ghost
he's got-
does.
Yeah.
He has to get rid of Lobos. But remember in season 2, when Lobos offered Ghost that job, he also said, but it can't be Tommy. He never liked Tommy.
Yeah,
And
because-
so he wanted to get rid of Tommy. So I think Ghost is always a few steps ahead of everybody. He's really smart. So I think he knows, like, Lobos is live. He wants Ghost dead, and he definitely wants Tommy dead. So he knows he's going to have to be Ghost and use Ghost survival skills to not only save his own life, Angie's life too, but Tommy's life, his brother's life.
And Ghost absolutely knows that. And I think with Tommy, he doesn't have the foresight to see that. He just sees an opportunity like, oh, I can be the biggest boss.
Right.
Like, Lobos going to put me on. But he doesn't know that Lobos is still trying to kill you. And
Right.
he's just very naive. And he just is looking at the big picture like, oh, I could be on top. Like, I can do this myself. And I think he is really feeling himself. He has a lot of confidence that he can do it.
Here's what I think. I
And
think that
Lobos is setting him up too because
Oh.
think about it. He's not even giving him the full product. He's
I
sending
was
he's
just starting
sending
to
him
say-
half the
I
product
started to say
and
that.
stuff.
But
He-
that's the mindset of a man who doesn't understand the game or doesn't understand the business aspects of the game. He's giving out half the product. You already dead. Because
Lobos
Lobos
is-
can't get paid the way he needs to get paid. You know, he's got
then
he's got the pool guy to pay for. You know, his little dogs or whatever he's got running around. You know, Lobos needs that money.
Right.
Tommy
And think
messed
about
up.
it. He's sending him out there with half the product. It's making Tommy look bad to all these people. He's trying to rebuild his network. It's affecting his credibility and everything.
But Tommy
So-
couldn't come up with enough. Tommy couldn't sell as much of the product, or didn't. You know, he couldn't get as much of the product. I think as he had told Lobos that he could actually get. So
Lobos didn't send him the full shipment. That's what happened.
Okay.
Lobos only sent him half of
the
the shipment.
shipment.
And he was like, because part of it, there's strings attached. You're supposed to kill Ghost.
Right.
So that's what. So he was like, yeah,
Right, okay.
you can move weight. I'm gonna send you some weight, but I'm only sending you half the product because part of this deal is you're supposed to kill Ghost. And remember, he said when he called, he was like, Thomas, did you forget
Right.
our deal?
Right.
You first you kill Ghost, then you get the
that
shipment.
part. Okay.
You know, so
Right.
that's part of the deal. And he said, well. He said, FA, I can do what you asked me to, but I need to do both. And so that's when he said, I got a cash flow problem, and you are going to have to do both. I'm going to send you the weight. But he sent him only half of the weight.
Okay.
So he hasn't done what Lobos asked him to do.
And I don't think Tommy sees just how manipulative Lobos is.
No.
He definitely doesn't see it, because otherwise he would have thought ahead and done. He would have said, like, something's not right about that. Like, I know I'm supposed to kill Ghost and everything, but why half the shipment? You need the money.
Right. That's what I say. He doesn't think. That's one thing that I do appreciate about Ghost is that Ghost is really methodical and calculating and stuff. And he's just like, he's a thinker. So.
But he's got Dre working with him.
I think that's strategic too.
That is strategic.
Dre's a hothead.
Yes, he is.
He is, but he's also a shooter.
But
So he's keeping the shooter close. He's keeping him close, and I think he sees a little bit of himself in Dre when he was coming up.
Dre doesn't want the business. He don't want any parts of the business.
No, Dre don't want any part of the
He
business.
wants
Dre
to-
Dre
Dre wants that.
want to stay a shooter. Because if we saw episode 2, he was getting ready to bust up the club dudes. He was like, "No, we can go over there and F them up right now," And so, but I like how Ghost stayed, cool, calm, and collected. He was like, "Hey, we gonna think of a plan," and we know Ghost. Like I said, he's cool, calm, collected. He's methodical, calculating. He gonna get those guys back. Yeah. He gonna think of a plan, definitely. And it's gonna be on and popping.
So predictions.
Well, I really do think that Tommy and Ghost, they're going to have to mend their relationship in order to stay alive. Whether they want to or not, they're going to have to, because both of them need each other to stay alive. As far as the girlfriends are concerned with Holly, I think she's definitely going to end up dead at some point. I really do believe that. And, we've been hearing a lot of these interviews that the cast has been given, and they did say that there were going to be some major deaths this season. There's going to be some major deaths. I did read that. I do think Holly's going to be one of them. As for Angela, I think she's a pivotal character in this show, so I think she's going to stick around a little longer. I just don't know if her and Jamie are going to be together.
That's a good prediction. That's a good prediction. I don't know about them either. I agree with you. I think Holly's on her way out. Somebody else I think is going to die. I think Greg, Sachs, anybody who is getting close. Like Greg is so obsessed with taking Ghost and Angela down and everything. I think that he's going to get so close to what's going on. And you know what's probably going to happen? He's probably going to get so close. He or Sachs are going to figure out that Mike is involved. Mike is probably going to kill them, and Angie's going to get mad because she's going to think Ghost did it. Because there's a part of Angie that does not fully trust that Ghost has really let Ghost die. She's trying to trust him, and she was like, I guess Ghost is really dead. But, like, when she got that text in episode 2 of that guy getting stabbed in jail, and Ghost was out. He's out all hours of the night. He left her with the kids. I know in the back of her head was like, was he out being Ghost? I mean, think about it. This man in the season finale of episode 2, he killed his whole entire network except for Ruiz. He sent Ruiz away, but everybody else he killed. Ghost. So she knows he's capable of murdering people and stuff. So I think there's a part of her that doesn't fully trust that he is totally out the game. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think that Greg or Sachs is going to end up getting killed.
What about Mike?
By Mike, and that she's probably going to think that Ghost did it. Or she's going to think. So
you see Mike lasting?
I think
a little bit.
Just because Lobos has that influence over him, and if Mike wants to save himself, he's gonna have to out some other people.
Right.
Especially if they're getting too close to solving the case, and Lobos is trying to save himself. So I think he's just like he ordered a hit out on Ghost. He's gonna do the same for anybody else that's interfering with his plan.
I agree.
I see Angie being cut out.
Why?
Well, because as we all, I think, have agreed that Ghost and Tommy are going to get back together. They have to. She can't be around. She's not going to succumb to that. She likes her good government job. And in fact, I think she's a liability to the both of them, because Ghost can't be that straight. You just can't take that line and make it straight. You ever had a piece of metal that you bent and then you try to bend it back straight? There's still divots in that metal. And that's Ghost. And when we know that there may be some major killings, deaths, I think she's one of them.
Well, what about this? Excuse me. Tariq. We saw Tariq with the gun in Angie's bedroom. And it makes me wonder, what's he going to do with that? Like, is he going to try to go avenge Sean's killing? Because he's really broken up about that. He's really angry about the breakup. And I'm really hoping that nothing happens to Tariq. There's supposed to be some major deaths and stuff.
Could Tariq turn the gun on Angie?
That's a good question.
That's a possibility. He could turn the gun on Angie. He could call himself trying to get revenge for Sean. I mean,
or for his mom.
Or for his mom. For his mom.
Yeah.
I think predictions, Kanan. Kanan is not dead and he's going to make an appearance. Is Kanan going to kill any of Ghost's children or anybody associated with Ghost, like Angie? I mean, I know he doesn't know about Angie yet, but Ghost doesn't know that Kanan is alive. So he's probably going to lay low and watch his moves, and he's probably going to make a move on Dre. And that's the thing. He probably, since Dre was already his sidekick, that might be the first person that he approaches to let know either he's going to attack Dre, and feel that Dre betrayed him, or either he's going to get Dre back on his side and maybe coerce him to work with him to like set Ghost up. So that's what I said. So it's going to be interesting to see how Dre moves too, because he's going to be playing both sides to ensure his own survival.
Yeah, he found that bloody card in the dresser, and I think that, and like you said, his life is in danger. Ghost's life is in danger. So he's got some thinking to do. He's got some thinking to do.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to continue to see this develop. We've seen how all of the characters in the show, everybody has faults. Nobody on this show is squeaky clean.
No.
Everybody has done some dirt in one way or another. So there's no good guy on this show.
Right.
And so I think that makes for an interesting dynamic, because you never know who to expect to do something crazy. And I think that it's going to get really interesting this season to see all the backstabbing, who aligns with who. It's going to be very interesting to watch that develop. And I think we are all going to be on the edge of our seats for the whole season.
I agree.
I
mean, I've been waiting for this show to come back on for over a year, and it's finally here, and it just seems like the episodes fly by once it goes on, but we have to wait so long for it to return. So I'm really excited about this season. I know you guys out there are too. And what do you think?
I'm good. I'm watching it. Nobody can talk in my house while power is on. So I'm riveted. I'm looking ahead. I'm making my own predictions, but it's one of the best programs out there. And if you haven't seen it, if you have cable and you got Starz, you can catch up with it on Starz. You can catch up with it on the internet. I suggest you do it because it's probably one of the best shows ever.
I agree.
Agreed.
Absolutely agree.
Agreed.
Well, with that being said, catch us next week as we review Season 3, Episode 3.
Bye.
Bye-bye
Bye,
now.
everyone. Thank you.
Thanks.